Welcome to Between Two Guitars. I'm your host, Pastor Chris, and my co-host here, Raylio. Say hi. Welcome to our show tonight. We're excited. We got good guests. We got great prizes. We got worship. We got a talent show. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to kick it off before we get into the interview with some worship from our One Way Youth Worship Band. So here we go. Man, what awesome worship. I cannot wait to get back together with you guys and have the worship team up here and be able to just enjoy worship live. Soon enough, it'll happen. Okay, well, we're going to get started with our show tonight. I'm very excited about our guest. He's an amazing human being all around. He is a receding hairline specialist and the fastest Bible teacher in the West. Please welcome with me, Matthew Paul Delmore. All right. Hey, we got to do a COVID high five, okay? COVID. Yeah. No, you gotta sit down first.
Oh, now thanks.
Okay.
So cool. This whole COVID thing, I gotta get used to it. It's
not allowed to touch
the handshakes. Are we 6 feet apart?
Approximately.
Okay.
Yeah. Rogelio measured.
Cool.
This is our Rogelio and I. Guest house we had. Would you like some coffee before we start?
It's not every day that I'm on the show, so why not?
Well, I don't have any. I have root beer. Would you like some root beer?
I love the show even better. It's great.
Top off a little bit, yeah. So, Matt, thank you for being on the show. It's good to have you. Tradition is, before we start our interview, we usually do a game. Are you down with that?
I am down to do a game.
Okay, so this game, I made it up myself. It's called, wait, what did I call it?
Oh, no.
What's
the best
weird?
kind of game.
What's weird? Okay, here's the premise, okay? I feel like everyone has something weird in their house. Or maybe not just their house, maybe their parents' house, their grandma's house. I remember my grandma growing up had this like 6 foot tall, well no, not 6 foot tall, like 3 foot tall, stuffed Doberman Pinscher statue thing that was in her entryway. It was weird. It wasn't a stuffed animal, it was like hard, but it was like stuffed. I don't know how to explain it. It was really weird, and I never understood it. And I recently found something in my office that's weird too. So I don't know. Do you have anything weird in your house, in your parents' house, or?
So in my parents' house, funny enough, we used to have a nativity scene where, with the nativity scene, we had the whole setup with like the shepherds, the wise men, baby Jesus, and it was like tradition that you set it up. Well, as a kid, I used to like to play with Batman action figures.
Naturally.
And Batman had a lot of enemies, so naturally around Christmas time one year, unfortunately, the wise men became the enemies of Batman, so Batman took off all the wise men's heads. So instead of my mom, like a normal person, like using super glue or something like that to put the heads back on, she left the wise men on the nativity scene without heads. So you had 3 guys with no heads up there checking out baby Jesus. It was really weird.
So she left headless wise men in the nativity for the next couple of years or whatever.
It's still there.
Still there today?
Still there today.
And so when you go to her house at Christmas, you'd be like, that's right, Batman.
It's a constant reminder of the damage Batman did.
Okay. Next Christmas, you should dress like Batman when you go over for dinner and just be...
That's a great idea.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I think everyone has these weird things in their house. Like it's traditions or weird heirlooms or just something weird your parents have or maybe something weird you have. So here's what the game's going to be. In a minute, I'm going to show you an example because I have one on my desk. But in a minute, we're going to go and I'm going to let you run through the church and find some stuff. And then you at home, we're going to give you 3 minutes. When I say go, we're going to give you 3 minutes to find something and text me a picture. We're going to put the number, my phone number, in the comments so you can text me a picture. And then when you get back, we'll vote on yours, but we'll also vote on the one we think is best for the winner.
Okay. You guys are going down.
Here's an example. I'm going to show you my weird thing, okay? In my office, I have this.
Ooh, wow.
It's a olive communion cup from Israel, which I know where I got that. I got it when I was in Israel. But for some reason, I don't even know where this plastic baby came from or who put it there or when it showed up. I just have this plastic. And so I kind of think of it as Jesus. It's Jesus in an olive communion cup. And that's on my desk. And I don't know why it's just there, but I can't even get rid of it now because now it's like it's part of the desk. I'm going to take it with me forever because it's just this weird thing. So we're going to put up a timer in just a second here. So I want you to get out your phone. Okay. Before we put the timer up, I want you to put 3 minutes on your phone.
3 minutes on my phone.
Okay, you guys at home, you might want to do 3 minutes for yourself, so if you're running around, you can actually keep track. When I say go, hit the start button, and then you're going to hit the start button, okay?
Now, before we start, though, because I just got to say, because I'm a big fan of the show, so I've been watching every week until I got on. I happen to know that your son seems to win every competition.
Yeah, I swear I don't tell him what we're doing. He doesn't know.
So I was a little bit nervous about tonight because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to beat Ethan. But then Ethan magically showed up. He's in the audience, less than 10 people. But
we have 5 people here. Ethan is one of our helpers today. Ethan, come on. Want to say hi?
Come on, Ethan.
So what are you gonna do?
So basically, guys, I'm just going to let you know, if I can't beat the best, I'm going to join the best over here. And now you guys are really going down. So that's all I got to say.
Oh, he's going to help you.
He's going to help me.
Okay.
I'm going to enlist his help because I know he's going to get me the win.
3 minutes on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Find something in the church. Go. Oh my gosh.
And they're off.
They're off. Should we put
We're off?
No, they're off. We're on. You can still hear us. I hear them running up the stairs. They're going to my office. Of course they're going to my office.
They ever have Jesus?
The weirdest thing in my office was what I already showed, so they can't bring that down because that's not going to cut it out. That's not creative. What else do I have in there? I do have a Lego Jesus.
Oh, you do?
Which is a little weird, but it's more, I wouldn't say it's weird, it's just kind of funny. He has like a Lego fish and a Lego table and all that. Also, put your name in the comments if you're using your parents' account, by the way, for YouTube, just so we know if you're a winner and you send me whatever, we'll know who's who. Okay, well, I'm starting to get some text messages, so let me open that up. Oh, I'm getting a couple already. Yes, Ethan Verne, send a strange photo. Not the photo itself isn't strange, the item you take a photo of is strange. So what's something weird in your house? That's kind of the idea behind it. All right. Got a couple here coming in. What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting some weird ones. Okay, Maddie, I don't know what that is. What's it? Cup of... Okay. All right, there's one. There's another one. That's a good one, Noah. All right. So when Matt gets back, Matt and I are going to vote on these together. This one's from Nick. Now, Nick, you gotta specify which one are you sending, because you and Noah sent one of the same. All right, somebody just text me my pet rap, and I need a picture of it. I need a photo. Okay, there we go. It came through. All right, now we got a rat. Good one, Madison. That's a good one. All right. Huh?
Just sent my photo, Ethan says. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. All right, we got a couple good ones coming in. Keep sending them. I know you guys got some weird stuff in your house.
Oh man, I hear Matt.
Oh, Matt's coming back. You still got 38 seconds. You gotta pick one item. There's 2 things. You gotta pick one. You can't
He went crazy.
There's no shotgun effect. Choose the item. Choose one item.
Chow mein in a church is pretty loose.
22 seconds.
Wait. Joe, I love Joe. Joe Brophy, you're awesome. He sent me a picture from his work. Hold on, building the... All right, we're going to show that. It's a good one.
I mean, you should show all your options. I think.
Can we show all of them then?
No, you got to pick one. One item. I don't want a photo with multiple items because the whole point is you pick the most random thing.
Wait, so can I come back up now? Or do I have to walk back up when we start?
Okay, yeah, some of you are choosing.
Right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, time is over. Let's take those off the screen. Whew. All right, Matt. How did you do? What'd you get? Let's take that one off. Yeah, I don't want to see babies just up there anymore.
You know, it was a tough decision because Ethan found a lot of good stuff, so we were kind of going back and forth as to what we were going to pick. But we ended up finding chow mein in the kitchen pantry.
When would we use that in church?
I don't know.
Let me see the date on this thing.
But I will say this to you guys. Those of you guys who know me know that I love Chinese food. So shout out to all the people in the kitchen ministry. If we want to start doing like a Chinese buffet in between services, that's the start.
It says
all for it.
Its expiration date is January 2019.
Okay, so maybe not that one, but we could buy more.
All right, Matt, it was a valiant effort, but you didn't even come close to some of these ones I got. You want to see?
Let me see.
Okay, so we're going to go through some of them. Okay, no, don't send any more photos. Time is up. I don't want any more photos. If you send one in, I'm not going to answer the text, okay? because I got enough. Ryan, you're the last one. You made it in. Okay. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna go through the list. I'm gonna try to show you guys on camera as much as I can. I don't know how this is gonna work, but okay. Maddie Bauer, she sent this. She says it's a cup of salt that her mom has. Okay, so there's number one. I don't know. It's like salt artwork. Okay.
Oh, it's art?
It's, I guess that's what it looks like. Salt artwork. Now we have Madison. She has a infinity cup gauntlet. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
cup
cool.
Gauntlet. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. And then we have, it's an ugly mug gauntlet, or it's an ugly mug of a gauntlet. Okay. Then we have, I think this is Ethan Byrne. I'm pretty sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but he has a pet rat.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised.
Pet rat. Yes, that is weird. I don't know why you want a pet rat. Oh, here's a better picture of it. Wait, no, that's not it. That's the same one. All right. Then Joe. Okay, Joe can't win because he's a leader. But Joe Brophy sent me this. It's a picture of his toilet at work, and on his toilet, behind his toilet at work, it says an award for building the cleanest bathroom.
There you go, Joe.
That's pretty funny. All right, so Joe, you can't win as a leader. Kind of, it's for the students only. Okay, now. Noah sent us, now correct me if I'm wrong, Noah, because you sent two pictures. One's for Nick, one's for Noah. Noah sent a head of an alligator. Ooh. So an alligator's head. And then Nick sent us a raccoon painting, I want to say. I don't know what this is. This is a painting of a raccoon of some sort.
I want to know if Noah killed that alligator with his bare hands.
I kind of want to know that too. Now Jackson sent his own teeth.
Oh, there you go, Jackson.
This is Jackson's teeth.
Memories.
All right. So at least it says Jackson on it. Now, what I want to know is are these teeth something that Stacy, his mom, has, or is this like Jackson? Do you have a bag of your own teeth like hanging out in your room or something? Like it's a little weird. I understand your mom probably kept them. I get that, but it's weird if you have your own bag of teeth sitting out in your room. All right. Then we got this one. I don't know who this is from. This one I don't have this number. Okay. If you sent us this weird black cat, you got a comment, because I don't know who this is from. It didn't have the name on it, and I don't have the number.
Black cat.
It looks like a wood carved cat.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
scary.
Yeah, it does look scary. All right, and then we have Ali Techoff. Okay. This is the weirdest thing that Ali Techoff has. Her brother. Oh, burn. Her brother Austin. But look at the face he's making. He's being kind of weird. I like it. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any? I want to make sure I didn't miss any. We got that one. Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, a lot of good ones.
It's tough.
They pretty much beat you with the chow mein noodles. They're all better.
Yeah, the chow mein noodles. There's a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I think.
I'm between Noah Cruz and Jackson.
Jackson, comment in the comments.
It's a family heirloom.
It's a family heirloom. The teeth, are they like, okay, where do you guys keep these teeth? That's what I want to know. Jackson's, are they actually Jackson's teeth? Or the teeth that Jackson collected of other people? It's kind of creepy.
That is a little.
I really like all of them, honestly.
They're really good.
I don't know much about the sand art. That was weird, but I don't know what it is. And Noah Cruz, we do want to know, Noah, did you kill this alligator? Did you find it? Did somebody give you an alligator head for a birthday gift? Like, it's kind of weird. All right. Let's see. I'm going to vote. I'm going to have to go with the teeth.
The
I
teeth?
think it's weird.
Okay.
It's really weird to have
you're
your
going
own
with the teeth. I'm good with it. I'll go with the teeth.
I want to go with the teeth. I think teeth. Jackson, I think you win, buddy. Good
Nice job, Jackson.
Jackson's teeth. Each child has their own bag.
Each kid has their own bag of teeth that they keep?
Whoa.
Hey, if you ever need to clone them, there you go.
Yep.
You got his DNA. All right, you guys. And Allie, honestly, you get bonus points for being hilarious and seeing a picture of your brother. But I kind of feel like if we let you win, that would be a little bit mean to your brother. Be like agreeing with you that he's weird. Although he is.
Maybe he doesn't have to know.
Maybe he doesn't have to know. So I'm going to give Allie an honorable mention for being clever
There you go.
and sending in a picture of her brother. Good job. All right, good job, guys. That was awesome. Man, this was a good game. I just came up with it randomly. I didn't know if it was going to work.
Hard game.
It's kind of hard. All right, well, let's do the interview. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit more root beer first.
I think I will too.
All right. Now, Matt, let's start this off with a tough journalistic question.
Okay.
Is it true that you almost burnt down your place of employment by trying to microwave oatmeal with no water in it?
Oh, gosh. You know, that was
story.
not a... was not one of my finer moments for sure.
Tell us about it.
Well, I had those of you guys know my friend Cody. So we used to have this kind of weird, not very smart hobby of we like to box each other in his mom's garage. We would literally put on boxing gloves and we would just go to town on each other. So one night we went a little too hard. I was pretty out of it. I was not feeling so hot. So the next morning...
Like you had a concussion or something maybe?
I mean, could have been. I don't know. But the next morning I went to work and I was just out of it. And usually my routine, for whatever reason was at that time, is I like to have a bowl of oatmeal when I went through like my emails in the morning and stuff like that. So I put the mix of oatmeal into a bowl, but didn't put any water in the bowl. And I set the timer for probably like 4 minutes. I go back into my office, my computer's on, I'm just looking through my emails. There's a trail of smoke that's coming down the hallway. And then I hear my boss screaming, "Oh my gosh, you just started a fire." But I think the best part of the story was, so after we got everything under control, there was still a smell. It smelled like burnt popcorn the entire day. So the mailman came by, and the mailman asked my boss, "Are you guys cooking popcorn in the back? It smells really strong."
You wouldn't think that burnt oatmeal would smell like popcorn. That's interesting.
No. Yeah, so
you didn't actually start a fire, just smoked a lot?
No, yeah, it smoked out the entire office. Everybody was pretty freaked out.
Did they make fun of you for a while?
They did, yeah.
Did they call you fire guy?
The next day, my boss put a gallon of water on my desk with a note saying, "If you ever need to make oatmeal, just use this."
That's awesome. Good story, good story. So, speaking of putting water in your oatmeal,
yes,
that's a priority. You got to put the water in there because otherwise you're just cooking dry oats.
Yes.
And that could be bad.
That could be very bad.
So, that brings us to, I heard what you told me you wanted to talk about. Priorities, right?
Priorities, yes.
Priorities. Let's talk about it. What do you know?
So, priorities, I've just been thinking about, Chris. Obviously, during this time, the reason that we're here is everything that's going on with the coronavirus. And regardless of what we think about the coronavirus, and I've seen a lot of things, as I'm sure you guys have seen, be it online, some people have very strong opinions, some people think it's overblown, some people are taking it super seriously. Regardless of whatever your opinion is of the coronavirus, I think the one thing that we can all agree upon as believers is that you cannot deny that God is at work in this situation. And I think God allows these kind of things to happen sometimes because he knows that not only we as individuals can sometimes take our eyes off the ball, so to speak, but sometimes as a world, we can definitely take our eyes off of him. And in order to get our attention, he has to do something dramatic and cause us to focus and prioritize him again, if you will.
So, as a whole, maybe America, well, in the world, I guess, has maybe lost sight of our priorities. And maybe even as believers, we've lost sight of our priorities. And so are you saying this is kind of making you reevaluate what's really, because it's done that for me too, what's really important, because you kind of realize that some things aren't as important as you thought.
Right.
Yeah, that's very good. I like that.
And I would say it's definitely one of those things where I guess I've come to realize that when it comes to our priorities and what we prioritize in life, there's certain things that we prioritize in this world, like friendships, family, and things like that. And what I've come to realize during this more than anything else is that when we prioritize God, that has to be in a completely separate place apart from all of that, because all the other stuff, it has to revolve around God and your priority of him.
It's got to be second.
His kingdom.
Yeah, God has to be first in priorities. That's so true. Awesome. What else what have you learned about that?
So actually, if we could turn to Luke chapter 12 real quick. So I just want to read you guys.
All right, give us the verse reference for everyone at home.
So Luke chapter 12, verses 29 through 31 is where we're going to be.
All right, Luke 12, 29 through 31. We'll put it in the comments for you so you can look it up, but let me get there too. Luke. You think as the host I would look this up ahead of time. But
That's okay, I didn't prep you.
that's true. Luke chapter 12.
Verses 29 through 31.
All right, it's up there. Okay, so go ahead, guys, get your Bible apps open. Be in the Word with us. I know it's easy at home to just be like, oh, just listen to the video and not actually open my Bible. But I want to encourage you guys, like, this is all the more reason to get out your actual Bible, even if it takes you a minute to go get it, and turn to Luke and read with us. We can't do it in person, because normally in person I'm like looking at everyone in there and I'm like, hey, open your Bible, right? So I'm looking at you at home. Open your Bible, get out your Bible app, whatever you got to do. Luke chapter 12. Go ahead and read it for us.
So starting in verse 29, it says, "And do not seek what you should eat or what you should drink, nor have an anxious mind. For all these things and the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knows that you need these things. But seek the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added to you." And the reason I love these verses, Chris, is because I just really feel like this is God's heart to his people of what our priorities should be. And he even gives us insight here that the world is seeking answers, and the world is anxious and worrying and, doing all these chaotic things because they don't have Jesus. And Jesus' heart to us, I think, really here is just telling us that if you seek me above anything else and you keep your eyes or your gaze fixed on me, I'm going to work the rest of this stuff out. So you don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be afraid.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that so much when this first happened, and everyone ran to the stores to buy toilet paper. Well, other stuff too, but just the fact that people were going crazy trying to hoard things, they fall right. That's exactly what they're doing. They're seeking what they should eat and what they should drink, and being anxious and just nervous, and at the store freaking out. Oh no, what if we don't have enough? What if we're not taken care of? And all that did was make it hard for everyone else.
Right.
Did it relieve any of their anxiousness? Probably not. Probably made it worse. We definitely saw that in this last couple of weeks.
So I love that, the God that we serve, he's a God that brings about, like it talks about in his word, peace that surpasses all understanding.
Yeah.
And so we can know that when we belong to him as children of God, that while the world may be chaotic and the world may be uncertainty, we have absolute certainty in the God that we serve. We know we belong to him. We know what our eternal fate is. So we don't have to worry about as crazy as this world gets. And we know that the world's going to get even crazier than this. The more and more we go on, we know that we're on the winning team and who we belong to.
That's good to know, man. That makes me feel a lot better about just everything. And knowing that we can trust God, we can sleep, we can have peace, we can rest. So talk about a little bit about applying that. That's good to know in our head. I think most of us kind of know this. But how do you apply that? Because that's really where we need to learn, right? How to apply it.
Right. So I think there was 3 things that I was really thinking about, and just in terms of what does it look like to apply prioritizing God in your life on a daily basis above anything else. And the first thing that I thought of, I guess the best way I could describe it is just having a what would Jesus do mindset in our life. And to me, what that means is that everything we do, we're constantly asking, if Jesus was sitting right next to me, is this something that he would approve of? Is this something that he would want taking up my time? Is this something that he would want me to focus on? And it definitely challenges you, because I know I don't think about that as much as I should. A lot of times I do things in my own impulsive strength because I'm not the smartest person in the world. But it always, when I think about and things come full circle and I think, Lord, if you were sitting right next to me, is this something you would want me to do?
Would you want me to run out and buy toilet paper right away? No. You tell me to trust you.
Right.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I think so often, I know for myself, I just react. When you're anxious, when there's stuff happening, when life gets crazy, we just react. And 90% of the time, it's the wrong move. It's like, if Jesus were there, if we physically saw him there, which he is spiritually, but if we physically saw him there, I think it would make us pause. We wouldn't react as fast. So what you're saying is basically mentally put him there.
Put him there.
And in front of you. That's good. I like that. What else?
The second thing I thought about, and it's simple, but the Bible talks about to pray without ceasing.
Yep.
And we need to have, I think when we talk about praying without ceasing, the idea doesn't literally mean that we have to be on our hands and knees 24 hours a day praying, but it's about mindset, right? Yeah. The same way we eat 3 meals a day, prayer has to be something that we naturally do. And along with that, it also comes the communication aspect of your relationship with God. I think a lot of times we don't really think about it as much as we should, but the same way that we can communicate with a best friend, the same way you and I can talk, Chris, we have that same line of communication available to God, and He's reaching down to us.
It's cool to know that we have that, because we forget sometimes, like, we think God doesn't care about our problems, or I don't want to bug Him with Him, or I'm embarrassed by them, but He's there going like, hey, I want to hear all of it, like, give it to me.
Yep.
That's true. Okay.
And then I would also, encourage you guys, I guess the final thing is, because I know that every one of you guys has unique talents and abilities and gifts. And the third thing that I thought about in terms of prioritizing God is if we're going to prioritize Him the way we need to in our life, then whatever gifts and talents, abilities that God's given us, we need to use those things to put the focus on Him and to glorify Him, and not to put the focus on ourselves like the world tells us to do.
That's true. I mean, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you just make it about you, then it's worthless.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. And that definitely is that it should be a priority, right? I mean, think of this. If God gave everyone a gift and a skill, and everyone's gifted in some way, then our priority should be, hey, how do I use that for God, not for my own promotion or my own self-interest. Yeah, definitely. And what greater cause is there to use it for God? I mean, at the end of the day, when you get to heaven, God's not going to be like, oh, I'm so glad you used your talent to make money. No, He's going to be like, oh, you used your talent to bless other people, or to show them me, or to glorify my name. That's going to be our jewels and our crowns that we use to worship God in heaven with. Right. That's awesome. I love that. So let's recap for them. So what would Jesus do if He was right next to you? You know, thinking about Him being there, right? The second one was prayer. Be in constant communication. And then thirdly, what was it?
Using our talents to glorify God.
Too much root beer. Losing our talents to worship God. Yeah. Speaking of talents, we actually have a second. We're going to do a talent show. But before we do that, what's a takeaway for our audience at home?
So I think the takeaway would be, at least for me, I know I've been challenged during this time, Chris, where we don't, get to enjoy a lot of the things that we get to enjoy. I realize that when my life is normal, a lot of times my life can get very busy. And there's a lot of things that I just enjoy because it's second nature. Yeah. And my tendency is when I'm, whether it be I'm not in my word, I'm not praying the way that I should be, I tend to put God on the back burner. And I know He's there, but I don't prioritize Him the way that I should. And when something like this happens, I think it's God's way of just reminding us that He's there and He's in control, that what's beyond this world and beyond doctors and the smartest people in the world, it is not beyond Him, and we need to look to Him if we're going to get beyond something like this. So for me, I'm just challenged that when things go back to normal, I want to prioritize God to the fullest potential in my life that I can. I want Him to be the one that's glorified above everything else. I want my life to reflect that tomorrow is not guaranteed, and we both know, and all of us know, that Jesus could come back at any moment. And I don't want Jesus to come back. Yep. And I don't want Jesus to come back and I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I want to take advantage of every day.
Be caught, like what it says in the Bible, the master comes home and his servants aren't doing what they should, and we don't want to be caught that way. We want to be caught, or we want to be doing what He has called us to do when He returns. So He'll say, well done, good and faithful servant. Plus, that's where all the blessings lie. That's where all this fulfillment in life lies. That's where all that. So, I mean, it all comes down to those priorities, Don't cook oatmeal without water.
Yes.
Don't live your life without Christ.
Nope.
He's the living water. Hey, there you go. Look at that. Well, just took the Bible and put it right into your oatmeal story.
And when we do that, I think that, God just shows us, there's certain things in our life that, I know for me, before I was walking with Christ, I always thought there were certain things that I needed to prioritize, that I needed to make important. And when I prioritize God the way He needs to be prioritized in my life, He just shows me that whatever it is that I need in my life, like these verses we read in Luke tonight, He adds those on to me. He takes care of me in every way that I need to be taken care of. And so I think we can all be encouraged that when we look to God, even if we don't understand what's going on, we know He's going to provide for us. We know His word said He's going to be faithful. We know His track record in terms of His promises. It's perfect, so it can't get any better than that.
It's true, and we don't really usually know what's going on anyways. We're not really supposed to. We're just supposed to trust Him, and He's bigger than us. Thank God that He is, because I wouldn't know what to do with all this crazy world. All right, so thank you for being on the show and sharing that with us, and it gives us a lot to think about at home, guys. Think about your priorities, and like you said, the challenge is when we get out of this season, how are you going to prioritize your life based on what you learned through this whole situation? I like that. So think about that tonight, or as you go forward in the week. Before we close, we do have a winner for our talent show. We actually have a runner-up and a winner. Okay. So speaking of talents and having talents, I mean, we're going to see some tonight.
We're going to put them to work.
We're going to show the runner-up first, and then we'll show the winner. So let's go ahead and roll that.
All right. Spin. What do you mean? Spin.
Oh, you spin?
Shake. All right. This? Look. Spin. Okay.
You can hit me up at Jordan Ortiz on Instagram. I train dogs, $1,000 an hour.
Oh.
So if you want your dog to be trained.
Right? Spin. What do you mean? Spin.
Oh, you spin?
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
We won't show it twice. That's okay. So that was sent in by Jordan and Malia. That was their dog Moab, and apparently Jordan trains dogs for $1,000. I wouldn't pay him that much money to train a dog.
It's a lot. It's a steep fee.
Yeah, but good job to Moab. Really, that's the talent of Moab.
Yep. Shout out Moab.
Good job, bud. Keep spinning and eating pizza. Okay, so now our winner. All right, you ready for our winner? This is, I'm going to introduce you before. This is Jack Price, and he's doing a guitar cover of Oasis Wonderwall and A Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs. So let's check that out. All right, that was awesome.
Awesome.
Good job, Jack. You get the Amazon gift card this week. So here's what you need, Jack. Text Chris at CC Santee. It'll be in the comments. And say, hey, this is Jack. And then I'll reply to your email with an Amazon gift card. So we're going to keep doing this. As long as people send stuff in, I'm all for doing this. So if you guys got a talent, you got a video, you got a piece of artwork you did, you got, I don't know, something interesting that you know how to do that no one else does. I don't know, maybe you can fold your arms behind your head or something weird. I don't know, double jointed. I don't know, whatever it is. If you have a talent, somehow show it to me, picture, video, and email it to me. And next week, you guys can win the Amazon gift card as well. We're just going to keep going with this because, I mean, what else are we going to do at home, right? So we're gonna show our talents, some talented people, and then we're going to figure out how you can use it for the Lord. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, that's our show tonight. Matt, thanks for being on it, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget, tune in this Sunday to this Sunday's going to be Pastor James because Gary is actually not here right now. So we're going to have Pastor James teaching this Sunday. So tune in for that Sunday morning, 8:30 and 10:30 this week, and we're going to do 2 of them. And then we'll do Between Two Guitars again next Thursday, so tune in for that. and get those talents set up, and make sure to send a picture in or tag yourself with a picture of Sunday number 16, I think we're on.
Oh, I was going to say 15.
16. I didn't actually post Easter, but I have the photos that you guys sent in, so I have it all ready for the wall when we get back to meeting. I forgot to post on Instagram, but I'm gonna try to post this Sunday, so tag it, Sunday number 16. Gosh, I hope we get back together soon, guys. We miss you. Matt, anything you want to say to everyone?
Just miss you guys, love all you guys, thinking about you guys, and praying for you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys again.
Yeah, God bless.